Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? This is Illa Land, and thanks for stopping by my channel, Everything Spiritual. Disclaimer, all readings are for entertainment purposes only, so enjoy. Hi, everyone. Hello out there. This is Illa Land, and thank you for stopping by my channel, Everything Spiritual. Today I'm going to do my full moon in Leo reading. The full moon in Leo takes place on February the 5th. And since we're dealing with the sign of Leo during this full moon, it gives you the energy that whatever problems or situations that you may be facing or going through, you can use this full moon and Leo's energy to help you work through whatever problems or situations that you're currently going through. And Leo is ruled by the sun. And Leos also are considered to be very proud. So during this full moon energy in Leo, it's a good time to use your pride to help you overcome situations or ego. So there may be situations where you are too prideful and you may need to dial down your pride or ego. And there are other situations where you may need to turn up your pride or ego to speak up for yourself or to do what is in your best interest. The decks that I'm using today are the Queen of the Moon Moonology deck. This is the Queen of the Moon Moonology deck. This is the Moonology Oracle, and this is the Radiant Wise Tarot. I'm going to get my spirit board so we can see what spirit's message is. I use the term super, not as in it's an actual super full moon, but that this is a great full moon, as in super full moon. All right, let's see what spirit's guidance is for this full moon. Under the situation, we have beginnings. Under the expectation, change. Under the hidden influences, assessing. Under the advice, we have realization. And under the outcome, we have the unexpected. My clarifier's handy here. So the situation is this is the new moon energy, and this is all about new beginnings. So during this full moon in Leo, now's a time for new beginnings. So you can look at which part of your life that may need some changing or adjusting, and use this full moon and Leo energy as a time to start anew. The clarifier for this is the Nine of Wands. So this is someone who has been burdened, who's carried on so many responsibilities or taken on so many responsibilities that it has become a burden. So now's the time to have a new beginning with those responsibilities or things in your life that may be cumbersome, or things in your life that may be a burden or a problem. Now's the time to use this full moon energy in Leo to release the burden and start anew, have a new beginning. Under the expectation is change. Change is inevitable. Change is really one of the few only constants. Things around us are constantly changing. This is the thunder moon. And if you notice, when it's thundering and lightning, you see a lot of this type of activity in the air. And that's a very powerful energy to use, the energy of thunder and lightning. And basically, the expectation is for you to accept change. Accept change in your life. Depending on the circumstances, change can be good or change can be bad. But change is inevitable. So if you know that change is going to happen whether you're ready for it or not, it may be a good thing to prepare for change. Take action. The red sash here is a symbol of passionate action. This person is passionate about changing. And then you have the egg. The egg is a symbol of rebirth. So the expectation is for you to, in addition to the new beginning, accept change. The clarifier for change is wisdom, and that's perfect. You have the hermit. And the hermit indicates someone who goes inward to search for the truth. You tap into your internal spiritual wisdom. And that is necessary for change, because you want to make the right changes. You want to make changes that add value to your life and that are constructive, not destructive. The hidden influence is assessing. As you go through creating a new beginning and making changes in your life, you have to continuously assess the situation. So you have to examine the changes that are occurring and examine how those changes are going to affect your life. You need to be able to be in a position to look at the big picture to ensure that if a change is occurring that is not in alignment with your higher self or your higher good, you can adjust it. As long as you're continuing to assess the situation, you're able to make changes or corrections as you go along. The clarifier for this assessing is death. And this is not a death in a literal sense of death. It's a form of death as a transformation. Something has to end for something else to begin. So as you're assessing your situation, be prepared for transformation. Be prepared to take the old, stale energies and ideas and ways of thinking and doing and be able to transmute them, to transition or change your situation through transformation. Under the advice, we have realization. And realization is pretty important. You have to be able, no matter what you're going through in your life, you have to be able to assess the situation, realize what's going on. You don't have to like what's going on, but you have to understand and accept what's going on. And doing so, it helps you get to the bottom of the situation. It brings resolution. It brings resolve. And in this picture, under this waxing moon, you see a keyhole. That looks like a keyhole to me. And a key represents solutions. It represents remedies, problem solving. So through realization, if you practice realization in your life, it will allow you to solve your life problems or allow you to solve problems that arise in your life. But you have to be honest with yourself in assessing the situation. You have to be honest with yourself in realizing where am I right now in my life? Am I happy? Do I need to make changes? And if so, you take the appropriate actions. But without realization, you're not able to do so. The clarifier for realization is the Eight of Pentacles. And it does require work. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the sweat equity, so to say. with regarding realizing and accepting where you are in your current life circumstances and being honest with yourself, making an honest assessment or realization so that you can put in the work to make the changes to provide you with the lifestyle or quality of life that you desire. And it also helps put you in alignment with your goals. Under the outcome, we have the blue moon and we have the unexpected. And again, we have to be prepared for the expected and the unexpected. And as you go through having new beginnings and beginning new chapters in your life, you're going to have to change, because without change, you can't have the new beginning. And then as you're going through the process of change, you have to assess where you are to make sure that you stay on track and that you stay focused and in alignment with reaching your goals. And then you have to realize as you are assessing the overall progress and process of your situation, you have to also realize, be honest with yourself. Is this working? Maybe I need to try something else. And then the outcome is to expect the unexpected. If you hope for the best and prepare for the worst, you can't go wrong. You have to be able to expect the unexpected. It's almost like if you know that you're going to be driving your car a great distance. Let's say you're driving across country. And you know there's a probability that you may get a flat tire. But expecting the unexpected, you can assess the situation and then, ensure that you have a spare. You make sure that it's serviceable or that it's functional. And then you go about your plan. But you're doing so by expecting the unexpected. And then the clarifier for that is the Queen of Cups. And this is someone who's very intuitive, who may be psychic. This is someone who is very emotionally nurturing and emotionally available. And as you expect the unexpected, it is a time of heightened emotions and feelings, because you base your emotions and feelings, those are your sensors, so to say, that alert you when things are wrong. So expect the unexpected from a loving, emotionally nurturing place, while having an attitude of gratitude. And no matter what happens in your life, it won't knock you off your square. No matter what happens in your life, you'll be able to assess the situation, make adjustments, and continuing to pursue your goals. The Moonology message for this full moon in Leo is adjustments are required. Imagine that. Adjustments are required. You have to have the mindset that you may have to make adjustments to your plan, to your goals. You may have to adjust your circumstances sometimes so that it can help you stay in alignment with your goals and allow you to be the best version of yourself. Then we have believe in the impossible. You have to believe. If you believe it, you can achieve it. And belief and faith is probably the number one ingredient in having a successful life, having successful outcomes, connecting you with your goals, dreams, and desires. And then lastly, we have the supermoon energy. Emotions are running high as we go into this full moon in Leo. And you take that emotional energy, or the energy that's from those high emotions, and you transmute that energy into something that will help you along your path. Whether it's giving you that extra push and motivation, to go the extra mile, or if it's something as simple as alerting you that you may need to assess the situation and readjust. So use the emotions of this full moon, or use the energy of this full moon in Leo to help propel you further along your path. To receive more spiritual guidance, you can follow me on Instagram at IllaLynn. To book a reading, go to www.IllaLynnEverythingSpiritual.com. Have a wonderful day. And as always, namaste.